shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls. Keeping on my truck, look like brains.
What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, so you can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's. It's my birthday month, Black Women's Month. During Black Women's Happy Cancer Season, Black Women's Month. During Black Women's Love Island is almost over, Black Women's Month. Why y'all wasn't telling me that I wasn't numbering these episodes correct? Because basically this episode I'm about to talk about now is episode 31. Okay, so I've lost track, child. I have lost track of everything, but we're gonna get into it. Yeah, I still am in Dubai. Today we went to the mosque as well as a whole bunch of other places, child. Not gonna lie, it was a hard day for me. So I've shared with y'all before that I really have a hard time. I, when I get back home, I'm definitely gonna go. I need to go see like a nutritionist or what's the gas people, the gastro, the gas. Oh, thank you so much for my birthday wishes. Thank you. What's the people that help you with your gas and all that? I need that because it honestly it just was hell for me today. Like this is TMI, but I've said this before, I'll say it again. When I travel, like the constipation for me is so unbearable. And like it gets to a point where I can't even process it. But then like today, like literally like I had to make myself like a makeshift butt plug. This is TMI. But I had to make myself like a makeshift butt plug because I couldn't use the bathroom, but it was leaving my body, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know what doctor, I'm gonna look that up and see what doctor I can go to, but it just it was unbearable. It was unbearable. And I was outside for most of the day. Like, it just was like, it was unbearable. When I came home, I just like took like a 3 hour nap and I got up like probably like an hour ago. Like, it was just unbearable for me. Like I can't continue to live my life like this. I can't. So yeah, a gastroenterologist. You may need to talk to them about probiotics and prebiotics. I've been using Seed, and Seed has been very, very good to me. It's been very, very good to me, and it's actually helped me a lot. But it's just something about when I travel, it's like it gets worse. Like my I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but it's like I bloat, like I see it all in my face, I see it all in my body, like I bloat and I just cannot process the food. Like, I don't know. You got to take out dairy. I'm not even a big dairy consumer like that. I might have to take it out completely, but have I had dairy these past couple days? I have to really think and see if there was dairy in like any sauce that I ate. I don't know, but this is so TMI. But child, gush and push. Gush and push. Oh, let me look that up. Somebody said for me to look up gush and push. But I'm gonna do that in my own time, y'all. Let's get into this episode. This episode was a beautiful episode. This episode was a beautiful episode. Love Island. Y'all did y'all thing. The only thing I mean, I guess we can all safely conclude is that we're never going to get movie night this year. Like, we're just not going to get movie night this season. It's just not coming. And I don't know. I just feel like this is just not the Love Island I'm used to watching. I started watching Love Island 2023, and I watched the season before Whitney Adebayo. I watched it a little bit, but then like the Love Island UK, season with Whitney Adebayo. It was so amazing. It was such a good show, produced it so well. And I think that that was the first season that was placed on Peacock. So then I went back and tried to watch other seasons before it, and I was like, nah, because it wasn't really many black girls. And it was clear even in Whitney's season, like, she was one of the very few like dark skinned black girls. Like, she really had a huge season on there, and I'm so disappointed at how things have panned out for her because I would think she would be a huge star. She gave so, like, you see how everybody's like quoting Amaya left and right. If you watch 2023 Love Island UK, look up Whitney Adebayo. She gave so many quotables. She even rapped a song. Like, she was amazing on the show. And it's just, when you're dark skinned black women's, you during Black Women's Month, it's just you don't get the same treatment as other people. But anyway, all right. So we're in episode 31. We are post Nicolandria. Ah, Nicolandria, kote uye, nula nula. It's y'all already clipping that clip and putting it on threads for me. I screamed. But Nicolandria Hive, we back. Nicolandria Hive, we back. Thank you so much. I see Whitney and Catherine. Yes, Whitney and Catherine. Some of y'all are saying Whitney deserves so much. Crystal Lewis, you said Ella took the brand deals and you can assume why. Yep. And I liked Ella on the show too, but it was clear. It was clear. The dark skinned girlies, it just, the same thing you're seeing with Olandria and Shelly right now. If you go back to that season, it's history continues to repeat itself. Dark skinned black women just do not get the same love that other women get. Empress Horton, when you travel, try Miralax until you see the doctor. I also just listen to Money and it's fire. Thank you so much. Yeah, Miralax for me is another thing. That's another time. That's another story for another time. But thank you, and thank you to all you guys who are listening to my song Money. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is post Nicolandria. We're so back. We are so back. You hear that, Kojo? Somebody let Kojo know. Yeah, we're shipping them. Mind you, where did that term shipping come from? I guess it's a London term, but as the kids in London say, we're shipping them. Period. Oh, and I still have this is my underdress for my mosque dress. In case y'all are wondering why I look like I'm getting baptized. Okay, so I like the conversation with Huda and Olandria, right? Huda was like, so are you attracted to Nick? Like, is there attraction? And she's like, bitch, did you not see how I toned him down the first night? Did you not see how I baptized him with my saliva the first night? Yes, the attraction is there. The attraction is there, bitch. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I've been attracted to him since the first night. And I'm happy she's finally acknowledging that. It really took Sierra leaving the villa and Alandra not having to worry about what Sierra would think for her to finally admit this. I've seen some people say, oh, girl code this, girl code that, but Olandria kissed Nick, right? When they were coupled up. How do y'all feel about that? I don't know if that's the same thing. Because also, let's keep in mind, Olandria told Sierra immediately, like when they came back in the villa, when her and Nick came back in the villa, after everybody thought that they was gone and Sierra was crying like Nick was down to the crossroads and um Gojo blocked right now. But Olandria told Sierra immediately, and also I feel like Olandria and Nick were placed in a very peculiar situation. So I don't know. I just feel like it was very, very different. But also, Olandra told her immediately, and I think it's very weird that everyone puts this like restriction on Olandria. Oh, well, you shouldn't have kissed your girl's man. Where is that energy for Nick? Because Nick kissed her too. So I don't know. But all right, Pepe and Iris chat, and they were explored. They're excited to explore each other. I haven't seen Pepe this excited since Hannah, to be honest. Pepe love him a blonde, a blonde white woman in distress. Pepe loves him a blonde white woman in grief. Oh my gosh, I just made that connection because the way him and Hannah connected while she was in her while she was in bereavement, Hannah was in bereavement. Hannah literally was in her 90-day bereavement period. And the way Pepe came and, gave her in the arms of the angel, far away from here. He provided a safe space in the arms of the angel for that grieving white lady. And now we're seeing him do the same thing with Iris while she in bereavement. The casket ain't even been closed yet. And here come Pepe. In the arms of the angel, far away from here. Pepe loved him a white blonde lady in bereavement. I'm telling you, it be them Spaniards. It be them Spaniards, bitch. Amaya and Brian have a chat. I love their chat too. I'm very happy for Amaya. This is the happiest I've seen Amaya this entire experience. This is the happiest I've seen Amaya this entire experience. And although I have my thoughts on the fact that I don't feel like Amaya approaches every situation the right way. I do feel like she has a lot of work to do. I just feel that her and Brian are having a very easy go lucky time. I just would have loved to see her encounter Brian in the beginning of this experience, like probably close to when she came in, to see if they would have had the same outcome. I think that Brian legitimately does like her, but I can't just escape the fact that Amaya is having a great, like Amaya's journey in here has changed tremendously once America made it clear that she was the people's princess. Like, it just changed drastically. And I don't know if it's a thing that production recognized. So let's feed off this because they are producing the show in real time. I don't know, but ultimately, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. Kiana said, "If it ain't snowing, Pepe ain't going." Period. Okay. Pepe is the let it snow, let it snow. Outside is cold. If it ain't snowing, Pepe ain't going. Period. Period. But yeah, I love this for Maya. Her and Brian had a conversation, and she's in New York, he's in Boston, and they talked about how, you know, he would be open to coming to visit her. He was in New York right before this. Dominicans love New York. Dominicans love two places: New York, Florida. You want to find a Dominican in the United States? Florida, New York. Okay. Alana, thank you so much for your super chat. I wish the Islanders weren't scary and actually explored the way you're supposed to, and played the game for love and not the game of friends, because we could have been had Nicolandria. I agree. I agree. This season to me, it just gave, I've said this, it gave Traitors, it gave Big Brother, it gave I'm a Survivor. Like, it gave a lot of things that it didn't need to give. It just was weird. It was weird. All right, so everybody's getting ready for bed, and Amaya's happy. She's like, damn, I done finally found a man who doesn't get upset, doesn't get weirded out by my pinky toe touching his pinky toe, period. I love that for her. Everybody's getting ready for bed. Iris was even like giddy about Pepe. Um, Now we see everybody in the bedroom, and Brian puts a condom on Huda's bed. I think he put it on Ace's pillow first, and Pillow was like, Ace was like, "Well, what did he do? Did Brian put the condom on Ace's pillow first?" Yes. Brian put the pillow on Ace's pillow first. Brian put the condom, my bad. Brian put the condom on Ace's pillow first, and Ace was like, I got a black woman. My woman is black. She not about to be giving me no coup de cap. She ain't throwing no cap my way during this experience. Okay, so y'all go ahead and keep that. Okay. Okay, the black women on this show, legs closed. Clark ain't throwing no cat. Olandra ain't throwing no. We did see Olandra throwing a little booty cheek. Now we did see Olandra throwing some booty cheek on Nick while they was cuddling. I saw that booty. We all saw that booty. That booty moved like water. We saw her scoot that booty up real quick. Like, okay, you know what? We really in a couple now. Let me go ahead and scooch that booty over. Yes, Olandria. Not you warming up Nick's lap. I know that's right. We saw her use her booty to warm up Nick's lap. Hey man, we love this. Nicolandria, kote nuye, nula nula. The Lulu till it's Tralulu. Nicolandria stands. We need to come up. We need to have our own movement. Maybe we need to start like our own political party, bitch. Like Nicolandria stands. We're too powerful. We are too powerful. We need to start our own government party. We need to reach out to Nick mama. He got a praying mama. She need to be the president. Like we have things to do post this season. I hope Nicolandria stands understand we have a lot of work to do. The work is not over. Um Natalie, thank you so much for your super chat. Congrats on your Love Island success. Keep doing you, my Cancer sister. I'd also love to take your take on Nelly and Ashanti plus a makeup tutorial. I'm not gonna be watching the Nelly and Ashanti show. I might do a take on it though. You know, TikTok has been releasing a lot of clips, but I'm not gonna support Nelly. Like Chrisette Michelle is still out here struggling for what she did at Trump's first inauguration. You see what I mean when I be saying like the outrage be so selective? The outrage be selective. Okay. So anyway, Huda saw that condom on her pillow and she said, bet. She said, bet. Them sheets was moving immediately. Them sheets was moving. So we get up the next day and Shelly and Alandra talk and she was like, bitch, what's going on, bitch? I love Shelly and Olandra's relationship. I'm sorry. Like that friendship to me, I feel like the biggest love story of this season is between Olandra and Shelly. It is between Olandria and Shelly. That is the biggest love story of this season for me. And I've accidentally fell into enemy territory and I've seen how white folks have called Olandria and Shelly like PPG wannabes. They didn't need a group. All they needed was each other. The way every morning they get up and they both get under that cover together. Every morning they're under that black cover together. Like they sisters, a real sisterhood, a real bond, a real sisterhood, a real bond. Like I love it. Um, but anyway, she's like, yeah, bitch, what's going on? What's going on, bitch? What's going on? Oh, actually, no, that's not yet. That's actually not yet. They were awakened by the babies. So they get awakened by babies. So now it's the baby episode, which I don't think we got a baby episode last season. But anyways, the baby episode. So everybody's gets awakened by babies. I'm sorry, Ace won this episode for me. Ace won this episode for me. When they both got in a confessional with their twin babies, and Shelly was like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. He was like, hey, don't you be cussing around my kids. Like, Ace took this challenge to heart, bitch. They had them two chocolate babies. Love to see it. Did y'all notice how Iris and Paper didn't have no brown babies? No brown babies. Mind you, he Latino. But also, let's just keep it a buck. That is a white man. That's a white Cuban. That's a white Spaniard. She white. So I guess it's fitting that they would have two white kids. Um, who else had? I think those were the only two couples that had twins. But you saw Olandra immediately jump into big sister mode, jump into eldest daughter mode, showing Nick how to hold the baby's head now. Hold the baby. She's such a black mama. Olandra is a black mama. Like, I can't. She's such a black mama. Shelly and Ace named their children. They had a boy and a girl. The girl was named Chase. We named her Chase. We named the baby Chase, and we named him Apollo, cause Ace finna get the baby tatted on his back. Tyler Perry couldn't write a better love story. Tyler Perry couldn't write a better love. Like, this is a black love story. This is a rom-com. Watching Shelly and Ace is like watching a funny ass rom-com. You know who would write this? Issa Rae. Shelly and Ace give me a couple episodes of Insecure. Dead ass. Like, it gives me some Issa girl. It gives me something that Issa would write. The way these two have had their ups and downs, and they're finally finding their motion and their groove. Oh, ba da ba ba ba. I'm loving it. It's just, I'm loving it. Taylor and Clark, funny as hell, because Clark ain't do shit. Clark ain't hold that baby not once this episode. Clark did not Clark did not hold that baby not once this episode. Taylor was a good damn daddy. Taylor burping the baby, Taylor changing the baby, calming the baby down. There was one moment when him and Ace was looking down on everybody, and Taylor was like, and see, this is what's wrong with this generation. This is what's wrong with it. Look at Iris over there just putting the baby on the counter like that. That's not how you parent. This episode, hilarious. Hilarious. This episode was so fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. Olandria and Nick naming their baby girl Hilton, right? Olandria going over to Ace to get a do-rag for her baby. I'm sorry, black people. Yes, Kiana. Olandria said, my baby went to private school. She good. What you mean? Yes. First and foremost, them naming the baby Hilton, and then later on, Olandria changes the baby, and they see a Frank with two meatballs, and oh, it's a boy. This is straight up comedy. This episode was straight up comedy. Comedy. Then they switched the baby name to Marcel because lo and behold and lo, Nick's middle name is Marcel. TikTok wasn't lying when they said Nick is a YN. That man is a YN. That man is from Florida. He is from Jackson. I think he's from Jacksonville. This man's from Duval. He white and his middle name is Marcel. No wonder he got a praying mama. No wonder. I grew up in South Florida. I grew up in Miami. I grew up with this one white boy named Marcel. When this boy was singing, if you covered your eyes, you could not tell me it wasn't a black boy singing. White boys who are from Florida with the name Marcel ain't nothing but YNs. That man is a YN down. Like, it's, Nick is never going to escape the YN allegations. I'm so sorry. That man is a YN. YN. Look it up. White boys with the name Marcel. YN. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. Masha, thank you so much for the super chat. You make me laugh. Love hearing your thoughts. I want Shelly to win just because she's Haitian, period. We'll also be happy to see Olandria and Nick, period. Have a good time with Mr. Easter. You deserve it. Thank you so much for my birthday money. YN down. That man is a YN. Down. Everything makes sense. Everything about Nick Olandria makes sense. And please, and this is not me saying this about Nick, but you not please understand, I'm from Miami-Dade County. You are not out niggaing a nigga from Florida. I'm sorry. Like, especially from Duval, you're not. You're not. You're not. And this is why Nick will not beat the YN allegations. He just is not. He's not. He's not beating that. I don't care if he's a registered nurse. I don't care how educated he is. I don't care if his parents took him to Thailand. I don't care. That man is a YN. Down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It had to be said. Sorry. Um, did I say this already? Olandra going to Ace trying to get his do-rag from his baby. He said, no, you need to go to the beauty supply just like the rest of us did. The way she snatched that do-rag for her baby. This was a black ass episode. This was a black ass episode. This was a black ass episode. It was like watching a black family reunion. Black ass episode. And then once she got the do-rag to Nick, and Nick put the do-rag on the baby, held the baby up like he was Mufasa holding up Simba. Are y'all okay? Nick holding up the baby to get Ace's approval on the do-rag. Can we? This is like, bruh. Nick having the blackest baby in the villa is crazy. It's crazy. Blackest baby in the villa for Marcel. Please. Like this episode, top 5 episode of the season. Maybe top 3. Such a good episode. Ace threatening the man. Hey, if any one of y'all baby wake my baby up, I'm finna crash out. I'm crashing out. And don't y'all be cussing around my baby. Period. That's a black daddy. That's a black daddy. Oh my God. And Ace is only 22. This man is only 22. Acting like he's 52. I'm sorry. Did y'all catch Chris saying that his job as a daddy would be very easy because Huda has a baby already, so all he gotta do is clock in and clock out? Did y'all clock that? Did you clock it? Did you clock that? That's scary with Melanie. Thank you so much for my super chat. Happy birthday. You are so good at what you do. So inspiring. Can you please do a Q&A live where we can ask you questions? Not on this because I'm on Riverside. So usually I would be able to do it on StreamYard, but StreamYard is not working for me in Dubai. It's just not. So I don't know what to do. But definitely when I come back, definitely. Chloe Guam. Also, his name being Marcel gave me the originals. Oh my God. Please. Thank you so much for your super chat. But did y'all Clark Chris saying my job as a daddy is gonna be easy? She already has a baby. She already has a kid, so I could just clock in and clock out. Mm. That definitely gives he finna be eating the baby fruit snacks, lounging around the house. He'll be there, but he won't be there like that. Do y'all be clarking the things that comes out of his mouth? I know Chris is very good looking. He's very charming. He has a nice personality, but that man tells on himself a lot. First with the basketball shit, you know what I mean? I could be balling overseas. Mind you, they pulled your stats. You wasn't balling. Balling was not in the room with you, which is why you're in the villa, right? And then I have a dream. I should quit basketball. That man was already letting her know he ain't got no job, he ain't got no place to stay. Oh, because of basketball, I cannot spend no serious time. That man was already letting her know, don't take this is not gonna be nothing serious because of my career. I don't have time. I don't have time to dedicate to you like that. And now when he said that about the fatherhood, whew, that man be telling on himself. So the men were actually on baby duty for most of the episode. I found that to be very interesting. The women had a Mother's Day brunch. Amaya was dropping the baby left and right, talking about, I'm a mother, no drama. I was crying. Amaya, I'm a mother, no drama. I'm sorry. Mama Yana, Cardi Yana. Like, Amaya didn't give a fuck about being a mama. She just gave a fuck about how she looked being a mama. Am I a MILF? Do you want some breast milk? She was asking Brian if he wanted breast milk. What is going on? Do you want some breast milk? You know, when my children come, I want to make everything fun for them. I want to dress up in Santa Claus costumes and Grinch costumes. She don't give a fuck about none of that shit about being an actual mama. She just give a fuck about having fun, period. Period. Okay? That shit was funny to me. Um, did y'all catch how I think this is before a lot of stuff happened, but I think uh I think Nick went to go work out, right? He went to go work out, right? So he took his black ass baby, he took his black baby to the gym. He said, "All right, son, this is how you do it, son." And he was showing his son how to get his reps in, how to get his reps in, squats, all that. And then Ace came over and he was like, last night, Olandra threw her little Olandra threw me some booty now. Now we was cuddling. I went into last night thinking it was still platonic. I was ready to respect that. But she threw that booty on me now. She threw that booty on me and I got flustered. Here go Ace. Now hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. My daughter can't be listening to this. Ace moved his daughter. He kept his son though. He said, my son though, he can listen to this. Black Daddy. Black Daddy. This is so funny to me. So anyway, Nick was explaining in the most discreet, respectful, and nice way that Olandra got him hard last night. I just was cracking up. Like, Nicolandria, we up. We up. Hey, Nicolandria, kote nou ye wo, eske nou la, wo, nou la, nou la. We back in, like, we're here. We're here. New Dawn said, yeah, it was giving boozy. Clark it. Clark it. Clark it. It was giving boozy. Oh my God. If you know, you know. It was giving boozy. Bitch, this was just it was just so many funny ass moments. So many funny ass moments. He could not. Nick said last night Olandra threw them booty cheeks on me. She was warming up my lap, and now we got a child together. Things are moving very fast. Now we got a whole child together. Like, how do y'all not find? If you don't find, Skylar, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy birthday! You're so fun. Love your vids. My Irish Puerto Rican husband now says not during Black Women's Month. And period. Anytime something crazy happens. And period. Not during Black Women's Nicolandria Month, Black Women's Month. Period. Period. Tell your husband I said hi. Thank you so much. That's so funny. Okay, let's get to the baby yoga class. Charity, thank you so much. Happy belated birthday. Nick said he had a fire in his chest. Poor thing. Thank you so much, Charity. He did say that. Nick said, I had a fire in my chest. I had a fire in my chest. That man didn't know what to do. We ain't never heard him say he had a fire in his chest for Sierra. All that cat Sierra was throwing around. All that cat Sierra was throwing around and around and around and around and around. All that cat Sierra was throwing, we ain't never hear Nick talk about Sierra like this. We ain't never seen Nick get flustered about Sierra. We ain't never seen Nick like be so like have lack of words for Sierra. Just saying. It's baby yoga time. Chris hosted it. I thought this was very enjoyable, and apparently all the Islanders did too. They had a good time. But before he was hosting it, I think he went to go pick the baby up and sit the baby down, and Huda comes from across the villa running. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not how you sit the baby up. That's not how you sit the baby. I mean, she is just Upset, 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 upset. He starts the yoga class, and before he starts it, he asks everyone, does anyone want to get anything off of his chest, off of their chest, about anything? And everybody went around the room and said stuff that they enjoyed. uh, A said Marcel he said something about baby Marcel, and Marcel's parents was like, excuse me, leave Marcel's name out your mouth. Shelly was happy, everybody was happy. I think Taylor said, oh, my baby finna win an Emmy. My baby finna go on and do great things in this life. Like everybody was happy. And as he's allowing everybody to say something, Huda, oh, so just fuck me, huh? Fuck me, huh? So just fuck me, huh? Megan Monroe, thank you so much for your super chat. She said, fire and desire. Yes, that was Nick. He had that fire. But she's like, oh, fuck me then. Huda's like, fuck me then, fuck me then. And you heard Shelly say, okay, Huda, what about you? And she's like, nah, it's fucked. It's fucked. Fuck me then. Fuck me then. So then Chris jumped in and said something positive, and then they commenced the yoga class. Everybody was enjoying it. Everybody was having a blast but her. And it just goes to show, like, every time the man that she's coupled up with is having a good time, Huda gonna find a way to just steal the joy out of that. It's just so weird. It's so weird. And it coincidentally happens after she throws the Kuda cat at them. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence? Anyway, the mothers have a birthday brunch. Not a birthday brunch. The mothers have a Mother's Day brunch. Yes, a vibe kill. Mally says, yeah, I don't understand why Huda was saying that. Kiss of Beauty, Huda has not changed. Crust, producers have just been editing her different. Thank you. That's so clear. That's so clear. Chris said something, we're going to get to that, but I want to mention it now since you said that. Chris said something, he said that Huda is very bossy, that she's very controlling, right? And it took me back to that moment with JD, when JD said, you like being dominant, you don't dominate, right? And everybody's been clowning him about it, but keep in mind that challenge that he was talking about when it came to Huda, they didn't show what she was doing. They didn't show their interactions. They didn't show their interactions at all. I would love to know what exactly happened. The way they've protected that girl, but haven't protected other islanders, is just very telling. It's very, very telling. Somebody said Huda mask is slipping. Yep. Dominique said it's not a coincidence, it's a chemical imbalance. Yeah, JD wasn't wrong. JD wasn't wrong. And I think we owe him an apology because it's clear they didn't show everything. JD ain't lying. Jeremiah ain't lying. Just saying. So the moms go on a Mother's Day brunch, and while they're on a Mother's Day brunch, they having a good time. And Ace was like, they on a Mother's Day brunch, they having fun, and we down here doing daddy duty. And Taylor was like, you know what? Why don't we have a little daddy stroller race? Have a little stroller race. So they start this stroller race, this like baby Olympics shit. The babies is crying, but they don't care. You got Brian cheating, so he won. I don't know, somebody said something about I think it was Ace that said, Brian, why you got the baby out in the sun like that? He said, my baby Latino, he love the sun. Everybody was clocked in this episode. Everybody was clocked in this episode. My baby Latino. He love the sun, period. Period. So they have a Mother's Day brunch, and the guys are doing their stroller Olympics, right? And all the mothers are looking on. They're cracking up. Some of them will make comments. Why my baby crying like that? Yes, right. But then you have Huda, who says she has anxiety. Watching Chris with the baby is giving her anxiety. She saw Chris changing the baby. Oh, Emerald XO, thank you so much for your super chat. The Huda rats say it's because she has PTSD. It's so funny. The Huda rats have been all in my like mentions in my threads. I'm just like, baby, I I'm not Serena, baby. The way y'all was bullying Serena and Janae, baby, I'm not them people. Y'all can bully the Islanders all you want. Like I'm not. You're not gonna bully. You're not gonna bully me. They just been going through my stuff, trying to figure out what I've said about Palestine. It's just been funny. I haven't been putting the screenshots, but it's just been funny because I've always been pro Palestine. I've always been pro Palestine. Even I think it was what last month when I was in France, I threaded. I said, y'all, American media is not showing us the truth about Palestine. I'm in France and I'm seeing the truth. It's bad, but they trying to dissect those things because I guess Huda is Palestinian. So now the Huda rats they trying to, baby, find you somebody to play with. You want to bully me? Pull up. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me, baby. Pull up on me. I have several unused bullets for you Huda rats. Y'all are weird. Weird, 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 weird. She has anxiety. She saw Chris changing the baby. I don't like that color. I don't like what you're doing with the baby. It's my baby. She's like screaming all these demands, and he's like, shut up. Oh my God, like, shut up. Shut up. Like, it was so weird. Don't be ripping stuff off my baby. Don't be changing it was just, girl, the baby is fake. Have fun. Everybody's having fun. Hey. It's like the minute Huda throws that cat on you, you immediately cannot have fun unless it's by her demand. She has to dictate what emotions you can feel at the moment. She wants you to be happy when she wants you to be happy. If you're not doing the things that she wants you to do at the time you want her to do it, how she wants you to do it, she's going to self victimize and make you a villain. It's so weird. And she supposedly grew, right? Like I said in the last video, has Huda grown or did Jeremiah just leave the villa? Has Huda really grown or is Jeremiah just not there anymore? Mind you, she's doing this with Chris, who has been very, very mild tempered with her, very soft and docile in the way he deals with her. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Chris knows what he's doing too. Like he said, he attracts emotionally unstable women. He likes emotionally unstable women because he knows how to manipulate that situation. Let's just be honest. But that's how you're talking to him. It's just weird. It's just weird. Um, they have some back and forth, and she's like, "Don't tell me to shut up. Don't tell me shut up. Don't tell me shut up." And he tells her, "Okay." But then in his confessionals, he tells us how controlling she is, how bossy she is, how she always has to dictate everything. Like he tells us that in the confessionals, but we don't see him say that to her. We don't see him say that to her. Um, Nick and Landry have a chat. The baby's sitting on Nick's chest with a do rag on. With the do rag on. I just thought it was hilarious. He pointed out how Shelly and A's baby have been crying a lot, and they pointed out how their baby has been very mild tempered all day, child. He asked her how many kids she wanted, and they want around the same number of children. I didn't like that he asked her if she would be a single mom. I didn't like that. Nwanga, thank you so much for your super chat. Jeremiah is no longer there to be bullied by her. On to the next victim. Exactly. And you know who refused to be her victim? JD. Clark it. Clark it. Something tells me that if JD was willing, she would have still been in a couple with JD. Clark it. She wouldn't have moved on to Chris. But JD telling her, I don't like dominance. You're not going to be dominant over here. That's not how you talk to me. She immediately saw, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that with him. And she got up. She got up. She couldn't do that with that one, brother. She couldn't do it with that brother. I love how she uses brother for only black men. Um, yeah, so I didn't like Nick asking Alandra if she would be a single mom. I didn't like that. But I think he recovered, especially like later on when we hear, even in this conversation, he was like, I want to give my child everything that my parents gave me. So I don't know if that was his way of gauging what she want, like if she's looking for a relationship, but she said, no, I would not want to be a single mom. I was raised by a single mom. I don't want that. And I'm glad she asserted herself in that. They took a family picture. It was so cute. Nick Mama already blew that up. That picture's on Nick Mama fridge already. That praying mama got that picture on her fridge already. Um, Megan Monroe, thank you so much for your super chat. He said that because he was looking into being a single dad. He says that in the next conversation. I was gonna get there, but in that next conversation, he did say that he was on Chat GPT trying to figure out how to adopt a child or have a child on his own. He wanted a travel buddy. He did talk about the fact that, his parents took him traveling all over the world, like that he's been to Thailand. And she's like, oh my God, I went to Thailand for my birthday last year. And then he was like, oh, I need to go to Alabama. We ain't never heard Nick tell Sierra that he wanted to go to LA. Clark it. Clark it. Never told Sierra he wanted to go to LA. And then him and Olandra having that back and forth about being a Bama fan. He's like, are you a Bama fan? She's like, no, I'm Auburn. The way they both started pointing at each other, cackling, talking about college football. And did y'all notice that one of her necklaces were now on his neck? Clark it. Nicolandria, kote nouye, nula nula, oh, nula nula. Somebody asked, bro, why was he with Sierra for so long? It doesn't make sense. Honestly, y'all, I think that it was because she was throwing all that cat. Because even when you go back to their conversations, when they went on a date and Sierra asked him, is that your way of saying I'm your dream girl? He was like, When Sierra asked him, about being closed off, and he was like, so what does closed off mean to you outside the villa? Because I know what it means here. And she caught his vibe that he was not looking for that. She caught the vibe. And she's like, oh, it doesn't necessarily mean boyfriend or girlfriend. And this man did the Denzel. Whew. I think it's because she was throwing all that cat. I've said this before, I'll say it again. You throw cat at a man, he's going to catch it. Monique Barrett, how do you think, thank you so much for your super chat. How do you think the in-person meeting will be with Nick's mom? She seems to really like Olandra. I think it's going to be glorious. I think Olandra meeting Nick's mom, even if they don't win this challenge, is going to be glorious. Hearing Nick say Olandra brings out the man in me, mind you, his mom said the same thing on his sister's TikTok. The way the telepathy, Nick got a praying mama. You're not going to convince me otherwise. He got a praying mama. He got a praying mama. She loves Olandria. She never said that about Sierra. Clark it. Clark it. She ain't released no statement about the Sierra, the C word slayer. Clark. She was very happy to see Sierra go to fuck home. Okay, so but you know what? If it's gonna take a slur, so be it. So be it. If that's what it took for my son to be with the woman that I really want him to be with, so be it. She on that couch rubbing her feet together when she saw Nicolandra back in 5. Nicolandra high back in 5. Hello. Clark it. Clark it. Somebody said that Nick and Olandra barely kiss. They kiss enough. They kiss enough. She said she's not into physical like that. So I don't know if you guys will understand that, but they kiss enough. They kiss enough. Okay, I said too much. Thank you so much for your super chat. Olandra can finally slouch now that she's coupled up with Nick. She can finally relax. I want to talk about that too. I'm jumping around a little bit, but the conversation that Olandra had with Shelly when Shelly was like, "Hey, bitch, so what's going on? I see you holding hands with Nick, bitch. What the fuck is going on?" Oh, side note: Taylor and Clark winning the daddy challenge, the mama and daddy challenge, was bullshit. Clark did not hold that baby one time. Ace and Shelly failing, bullshit. It's rigged. This show is rigged as hell. It's rigged. It's rigged. But Olandria telling Shelly that her picking Nick was the first time in her life that she's done something strictly for herself and she put herself first. She didn't think about anybody else's feelings but her own. Eldest daughter. And not just eldest daughter, but I think that that speaks to a lot of us. Maybe a lot of y'all. I feel like I want to say the last 6 years of my life, I've been extremely selfish. Extremely selfish. Stephen Hill, thank you so much. I just found it funny that Huda took offense to shut up, but has called all the girls every name but a child of God. Thank you so much for your super chat. Absolutely. Um, how did y'all feel about hearing Olandria say that? It was touching to me. It was touching. And like I said, like I'm an eldest daughter, and to be honest, like the last 6 years of my life, I have been intentionally very selfish. Intentionally very selfish. When I look at my life, things really took off for me when I left Florida, when I left home. Things took off for me when I left home. And I said, yeah, y'all can have this. Y'all can have this. Y'all can have this. It was my birthday two days ago. I didn't get a birthday text or a birthday call from none of my siblings. Sometimes that's what it looks like, just putting you first. It comes with its ups and downs, but I am for putting yourself first, especially as an eldest daughter. And watching Shelly support her, that really touched me. That really, really touched me. Really, really touched me. Because I think a lot of people just don't understand what that's like. Like putting yourself first. It's hard because you're gonna be villainized for it. You're gonna be villainized for it by your family, by like sometimes close friends. Watching Shelly support her in that, yes, it took Sierra, the C word slayer, to be taken out the villa, but it's a beautiful thing to see Olandra finally put herself first. Amani says, "Hey Jesse, certain people are saying Nicolandra is a forced connection, but they don't seem to have the same energy for Iris and Pepe. Do you wonder why? Are we ready to clark that? One is a black woman, one is a white woman. But it's not about race. It's not about race, right? Okay. Okay. Um, GGA. Honestly, the way I honor my older sis, IDK, what a life would be like. But I wouldn't be able to carry that. Yeah. Younger siblings, definitely honor your older ones. Honor your older ones. Then watching Shelly, because Shelly had a conversation with Ace where Ace was like, "Oh, you haven't told me good job all day." They was going back and forth about, oh, who said good job, who didn't say good job, whatever, like going back and forth. I will say this about Ace. My thing with Ace that bothers me is I feel that Ace for Columbus has to win everything. When he doesn't win something, his whole demeanor changes. And I even feel that he has to win even in his relationship with Shelly. Well, I'm the parent that does this, you the parent that does that. I feel like him carrying that into their relationship or other relationships, who knows if they're going to end up together or not. But I feel that he needs to be careful with that. Like, I think that the constant competition, it's exhausting. It's exhausting to me. Just watching that is probably exhausting to Shelly too. But I like how Shelly was like, okay, Alandria, can you help me do this great gesture for Ace? Because Ace has done a lot of grand gestures for her. He's planned a lot of dates. He's been very creative. So I like that she did. Somebody said 100% Leo. Africa said he's 100% Leo. Yep. Venus said he's a Leo. This checks out. Yep. Charlie said he's 22. Yep. Nwanga, he needs validation. Yes. He needs constant validation. Constant. Tell me how great I am. Tell me how powerful I am. Tell me how smart I am. I kind of feel like a lot of men need that too. But I just feel like with him, it's kind of extreme. It's just kind of extreme. Anyway, I love that Shelly was like, "Oh, Landria, can you please help me?" And she said, "Shelly's my go-to. She's my go-to. She's my everything in here. And I know if I ask her to help me with something, it's no questions asked." They have the greatest love story in the villa. The greatest love story is between those two. Is between those two. It is a beautiful thing to see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I loved how when she went, Ace, can I pull you for a chat? And Alandria, look at my baby growing up, eldest daughter. Olandria could not stop being an eldest daughter if she tried. JP, thank you so much for your super chat. Um, you said, I'm the oldest daughter in a Haitian household, so I understand her completely. I had to be the second mom. It's hard, and I see a lot of myself in Alandria. Ditto, ditto, ditto. And that's why I quit. And I feel no ways about it. That's why I quit. And I feel no ways about it. And I feel no ways about it. Um, I love how she pulled Ace for the chat, took him to the s'mores date. And this man said, "This is the most thoughtful thing somebody has ever done for me." It just made me, I don't know, y'all, like Ace and Shelly for me, this is a love story. Like, this is a we're literally watching a love story unfold. Now, some people were like, because even me, I was like, now Shelly didn't know how to do the s'mores at all. And then I had to remember Shelly's Haitian. Shelly, Timari, Manushka, Francois, Dieudonné, Jean-Baptiste, she Haitian. We didn't grow up doing s'mores. We don't know nothing about no s'mores. I feel like I learned about s'mores like when I got to college and I had my own experiences, like, with not so controlled environments. And I spent more time with the whites. I spent more time with the black Americans. I grew up with black Americans, but I didn't go to like black American events like that before I got to college. And once I got to college, I was like, oh, it's a whole new world. Like, all these different cultures are doing all these different things, and s'mores was one of the things that I never had growing up. Jay said, all we know is tablet and deuce, period. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. I kind of skipped over the Huda stuff. So Huda was going back to the baby challenge, right? Huda was so furious. These are Liam words. Huda was so furious she was folding fake baby laundry. Chris comes over and he says, "Is there anything that I do wrong? Like, can you tell me what I do wrong? Because the way you have instant mood changes and the looks on your face that you give me, I just want to know what I do wrong." And she couldn't wait to tell him everything she did wrong. She could not wait to lay it all out, everything he did wrong. You skipped over me. You skipped over me when you were asking everybody else to share what they were sharing. And he's like, oh yeah, I did skip over you. But when I go back to that moment, when I go back to that moment, and she kept saying, oh, well, fuck me. Oh, well, fuck me. Oh, well, fuck me. Something tells me he heard that because Shelly heard it. And then Shelly was like, so Huda, why don't you say something? And she's like, it's fucked. It's fucked. So fuck me. The way Chris won't say it with his chest, what he says in his confessionals, he won't say it to her. Then she said, oh, and with the mat, you only took your mat away. He said, I took your mat too, but I had to tell you to do it. I had to tell you to do it. At least she said to him, so is there anything I could work on? Chris knows that if he lays it out to her, it's going to be a problem and she's going to spiral because she never does anything wrong. She never does anything wrong. So then he says, give me a kiss. Problem doesn't get solved. Problem doesn't get addressed. But you're in your confessionals telling us. Jeremiah spoke up. JD spoke up. Why is Chris not speaking up? The man who often attracts emotionally unstable women. Why didn't he speak up? Why didn't he speak up? Later on, we find out that they definitely had sex. He told Brian he folded. He told Brian he folded. Could that be why you didn't speak up? Because you don't want to lose access to the cat? You don't want to lose access to the future fruit snacks, her daughter's future fruit snacks? Somebody said he's scared. I don't know. I don't think it's that he's scared. Stephon Hill says, thank you so much for your super chat. Huda should have been the one in the damn diaper. Oof. Well, all that crying she does is draining. Her and all the 18 freckles can leave now. Those freckles are fake. We've seen her cook them up the night before. But anyway, it's just, why didn't he speak up? He don't want to lose access to the cat. Duh. Duh. He want to stay in the villa. Duh. Because he could be balling overseas, right? But you're here. But you're here. Clark it. Fabian, thank you so much for your super chat. Chris is so fake. Yes, he is. He's very fake. Brian was talking about Amaya in that conversation. And again, I really, really feel that Brian and Amaya, again, this is the happiest I've seen her. So, I don't know. I'm really happy for her. Amaya gets a text. The Hideaway is now open. And everybody unanimously picks Amaya and Brian. And at first, I was like, Ace and Shelly didn't get the Hideaway. But then when I think about it, it would have been a waste because we know Shelly not gonna throw no cat on Ace. And to be honest, Ace doesn't give that he wants to have sex with Shelly right away. He just doesn't give that. That man is very strict. It doesn't give that he came to this experience to get cat. It doesn't give that. We know Clark not giving no cat. We know Landry not giving no cat. Y'all think Iris would have gave cat? Y'all think Iris would have spit shine that cat for Pepe? For Pepito? IDK. I feel like Ace and Shelly should have got it. But then again, I feel like Ace and Shelly deserve a date. I feel like they deserve getting out of the villa, going on an actual date. Like I feel like they've done the work and they deserve that. So I think it's just weird that they haven't experienced that. But anyway, Amaya and and Brian go, and I thought the singing was hilarious. I thought, eat that kitty in the hideaway. Hey, eat that kitty in the hideaway. Eat that kitty in the hide. That's a bop. I'm gonna play that on the iPod. That's a bop. That's a bop. I played on the iPod. That was a bop. That was a bop. Um, Lovely Lexi says Iris gave it away to TJ, so yes, she will. I don't know. I feel like the TJ was different though. I feel like TJ was different. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Eat that kitty in the hideaway. Hey, eat that kitty in the. I need that on the iPod. Amaya saying, "Damn, I didn't get a chance to shave my booty. I didn't get a chance to shave my booty crack. Felt that. Felt that. Booty crack gotta be hairless. But also, she's letting us know. She's letting us know. Um, this was a great episode. This was a great episode. Can you do a video where you talk to Mr. Easter like they do on Love Island? Yeah. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'll probably do it tomorrow. It's 9:45 p.m. our time. We're probably gonna go find somewhere to eat for dinner because we spent most of the day outside. I have a meeting in 15 minutes actually, so I'm gonna log into Google Meet and have this meeting. Um, it's giving drop that kitty down low. It just was a good episode. Not y'all asking me to pull Mr. Issa for a chat. I'm gonna pull him for a chat. I'm gonna pull him for a chat. McCain, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm looking forward to the family visits this week, especially with Nick's family seeing Nicolandra for the first time in real time. Oh my God, that I are we gonna get that? Are we actually gonna get that though? I feel like we're not getting a lot of things. We haven't got movie night, so we're not gonna get movie night. It's clear. It's clear that the stand on business took place of movie night, and I think that just was whack. It was whack. Um, they seen Nick family at the airport. Oh shit! So we are getting family. Okay, I can't wait to. I cannot wait for this. Then I cannot wait for this. Apparently, a couple goes home tonight on tonight's episode. So I don't know, y'all. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't want to see. I really, really don't want to see Nicolandra go. I don't want to see Shelly and Ace go. If this is about Love Island, I think that those are the two couples for me that have really, really worked on things. But you know what? Unpopular opinion. I feel like Taylor and Clark shouldn't go either. But I feel like they're going to be the ones eliminated. I feel like to be fair, it should be Amaya and Brian to leave, but I know that that's not going to happen because Amaya is the people princess. Like she's our fave. But I just don't like she just got with Brian. She just got with Brian. Yes, we have our opinions about Taylor and Clark, but mm. Abby, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy birthday, sis. This is your month and year. Come to see us in London. We love you. Girl, I just ran into a sister downstairs last night, right? So me and Mr. Issa are in the elevator, and we haven't really seen many like dark skinned black folks in Dubai since we've been here. So then this couple walks in, and I just couldn't contain myself. I said, "Oh my God, black people." And she goes, "Oh my sister." She was from London. She was from London. We took a picture together. It was so great. Like it was so great to like hug her and like for me it was like oh a black person during Black Women's Niggalandria Black Women's Month, a dark skinned black girl, and she's over here excited because she's a sister. I'm like I'm excited because you're a dark skinned black woman. Thank you, just thank you for existing. Thank you. Like I was excited to see her. So that was funny. And I asked her, I said, well, how do you know me? How do you know my content? She's like, I've been following you. And she's like, I said, is it from the Madam Joyce podcast? She's like, no, I followed you before that. I was like, I need to go to London for real. I need to go to London, like do a little London pop-up or something. So I have to reach out to somebody down there, somebody over there, somebody who could help me, do a little pop-up or something. Are there any like Haitian restaurants in London? Or like just something popping that we could meet up at? Somebody drop them in my comments and let me know. I'll save this and I'll read the comments. Oh, thank you so much, Deshaun. Iris and Pepe. Oh, yes. I think Iris and Pepe should go. Definitely. I think it should be between Iris and Pepe. And I don't know. I just feel like in all the couples, it should be Iris and Pepe. Sorry. I think they should go home. If I had to pick another couple, to be fair, I'm not a Taylor fan. But if this is about Love Island, it would be Amaya Papaya. And I love her down. But Amaya Papaya gonna be good. She has all these brands vying for her attention. When Amaya is going to make probably $2 million by the time this year is up. Watch Amaya get pulled by, you want to see her get pulled for a real chat? Amaya Papaya is going to be signed by one of the major agencies. Remember I said this. She's going to be signed by WME, CAA. Like she's out of here. Brian will be an afterthought for that girl. She's out of here. She doesn't need this. She doesn't need this. She's good. She's good. Oh yeah, Huda and Chris need to go, but I'm not delusional. I know the Huda rats, they're gonna keep their girl in the village. Like I know that. I'm not delusional. I'm just reaching for the lowest hanging fruit. And I feel like Iris and Pepe should go. That's my personal opinion. Iris gave the cat to Pepe? No, she didn't. She did? Did she get a cat to Pepe? Did she give the cat to Pepe though? Hmm. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and save this live so you guys can watch it later. Drop that in comments. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure that you like the live. And yeah, I'm nervous, y'all. Let's just cross our fingers. Nicolandra doesn't go anywhere. Shelly and Ace don't go nowhere. I'm just crossing my fingers. I'm just crossing my fingers. But anyway, y'all, love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.